What's up, YouTube? This is Cdog back with another Transformers review. This is on the Transformers Generation Studio Series SS-40 Shatter. Take a quick look at the packaging. Looking at the front of the packaging, you can see Shatter's CGI mode there. Very cool. Transformers Bumblebee Shatter by TakaraTomy. Transformers Generations as well as Hasbro. Packaging shows her awesome head sculpt that she doesn't come with in the toy. Other side shows a different image of full body picture. You can see the authentic Transformers as well as a cutout Autobot symbol. Packaging Transformers Bumblebee, window bottom if you need to get it yourself. Back of the packaging shows it transforms in 23 steps. It comes with the Decepticon Arrival backdrop. It is sponsored by Chrysler licensed product. Arriving in Earth in 1987, Shatter disguises herself as a 1971 Plymouth GTX and begins her search for the Autobot criminals. And then you can see the crosses there, and I do have reviews on them up if you check out my playlist. So without further ado, let's get right into the review. And starting off that review, we'll show the backdrop. This is the Decepticon Arrival spot. This is basically the store that Shatter and Dropkick came down from space and crash landed. So pretty cool. And here's what Shadow looks like in front of the backdrop. Here she is all by her lonesome, and she does come with an instruction booklet as per usual with the Generations lines. And yeah, she's pretty cool. Definitely transformation can be a little rough, and yeah, let's just get into it. So taking a quick look at her head sculpt, as we do always in the beginning. So, very cool. Let's see if we can get a little bit closer. So, I'm still using a new camera, but I do like this one. I'm very excited for this one. The only thing is I can't tell how long I'm recording for, and that is a problem. But this is her battle mask, basically. They show the regular head sculpt on there, but it does get good range. I don't believe it's just concept. I think she might have used it in the movie. I'm not positive on that, but it's basically just her goggles down and her face mask up. So, yeah, there you go with that a little bit. And checking out the details on the figure, you got this gunmetal kind of ab spine, kind of, it's not on her spine, but it's like a spine or a brace for the toy. But it gunmetal fully painted, and then it also just fell off. And then you got a metallic silver right here for the chest. So it kind of looks like a two-tone style. Looking at the rest, you got that same gunmetal paint all the way on her forearms. And then she got some metallic silver outlining around this yellow gold metallic venting on the top of her thighs. More metallic silver for her knees, and then some gunmetal for the lower legs. And then black plastic for the feet, red plastic for the legs on the outside. And the inside, they have this gloss black with a 722 in that car detail. You can see the gloss black roof there. Very nice. Let's zoom out a little bit. Not that much. Still working on that. But yeah, so pretty good. She got this silver paint right here. Stands out. And then her face is painted in that gunmetal paint. Pretty nice. Nicely done. Got these kind of shoulder pads that kind of flip over, which is cool. It definitely has enough paint to make it, a good figure. Her wheels stopped being tucked in. There we go. And wheels are tucked in the back. That looks cool. She does have a little bit of articulation problems, but if you know how to use articulation, you should be fine. Speaking of articulation, her head is great, so she can look up, considerably up. And whoops, there is some flaws in the figure, and that's one of them. We'll just leave it off for now. I'll show you in a minute. Looking up, looking down, and you can cock it back. You can tilt it back and forth, as well as rotate on that joint itself. And then if you want to get even more, you can pull this off, like if you're up like this, and you can use that to your advantage. Maybe not so much, but you can use it. So you can go like that and stuff like that. But this does attach to the back of there. So you have that. And this attaches right here. Whoop. There we go. For her arms, she does have kind of like a butterfly joint. It's for transformation, but it does go forward a little bit. You can get her out to this side about that far, so it's not too bad. Of course, you can go around on the ball joint itself. It's on this kind of, I believe it's on this, I don't know, it's on this like glossy plastic that can come right off, but then she has a little bit of swivel on that ball itself. She has a upper bicep rotation, 360 degrees, and just a hair over 90 degrees, as you can see there, for the bend in the elbow. Nothing in the waist. If you kind of move this back and move these out of the way, you get more leg motion, but as you can see, she can kick pretty high up, quite high up, I think even higher than that. Yeah. So she kicks pretty high up. She can't go out to this side very much, but she does have this ball range right here, and these don't pop off like the arms do, so that's good. They should have used red plastic where it popped on, because the red plastic holds on really nicely right down here. She has a thigh rotation, a full thigh rotation right above the knee, so you can get those kind of Iron Man sitting poses, you know, like he was on the couch. Hello, everyone. But anyways, and then you get a 90-degree bend at the knee. What's really cool about the figure is you do have this kind of joint right here, but even better is this. So that really helps out the articulation a ton. These also go out to the side for transformation, but you can use it if it helps you for anything. These can come out, so you can kind of deploy it like Dropkick did or whatever, or like your, you know, different modes, but they're meant to kind of tuck back here, and then these parts, get her leg out of the way. Like I said, her legs can get in the way a little bit of this, but out of the way, and then these go over on top. You see, it kind of fits over the top, so you got that. But that's her articulation. Let's check out some comparisons, shall we? So we'll do that. All right, so here she is with the Bumblebee crew. Here she is with Bumblebee himself. Let's get his wing back so he looks a little bit better, but there you go with that. And then, of course, her partner Dropkick. So let's go down a little bit. We'll scoop Bumblebee over. We'll put Dropkick over here. Why is his wings? Oh, yeah, they're supposed to be like that. He's just a really ugly figure, in my opinion. He doesn't look anything like her partner. But so you have that. There's one other thing I wanted to show you about her before we do the transformation. But so what is going on, Bumblebee? What are you doing? It's hard for me to see where the feet are when I'm doing this. Okay, there we go. And the head. I wanted the head to go up. So I'm looking up, so you can get a full shot. But yeah, it's not gonna let me. Falling back. I guess he's too front heavy. But yeah, there's all three of the Bumblebee movie figures from the studio series. So, and then just for fun, why not? Just to show you how much bigger and better the Siege line is in quality. There's Ironhide, and you can see how much bigger he is. He's just made of better plastic, better joints and everything. So there you go with that. What I wanted to show you is, and you're going to see this from transformation anyway, but might as well show you now, is you have 5mm ports. These sculpts are fully done, a little bit hollow on the inside, but you know, there's no hollow parts all throughout the top. So those are like that. And I suppose if you wanted, you have a few options. You can have her hold it like a gun, which is kind of cool. And she has some in here, but it's for a reason. But if you want, I mean, you can. It's an option. So we're going to remove these because we're doing transformation time. So remove those first. All right. Okay. All right, making sure the thing was recording. All right. Next up, you want to take this and pull this down. Hopefully, yeah, that's what I was going to say. Hopefully it doesn't fall off, but if it does, no big deal. Next, you want to untab that and pull this down. Also, when you get it in the package, it's like this. You want to make sure to bring this up and to attach that in if you're just using it in robot mode, not transforming it. But anyways, you want to untab that. Now what we're going to do is, you want to make sure that's down, is you're going to, what I always do is I get these to the front now. Pull these, go to the back, pull these down to the front. See how they kind of tuck in like that, just to get more room. And then I also go back here and pop these out. And I leave this part down for now, but I do situate all of this. Then this pulls down on a double hinge. I'll show you like this. One thing about the figure is it has sharp parts, so it's hard to grab in certain places. There we go. So you want to just match everything up like that. Now what we do is we're going to make sure this is undone. You want to bring this up and this back. And you want to be able to rotate her head backwards like so. Like that. Make sure you have room here. Like this. Keep it going. I'm trying to see it, do it, and show you guys all at the same time. But it's not really. One thing about this is it's a little bit tricky. You really want to do it from this part. Once it's like that, it is a little bit tricky. I do know that. I don't know why it's so tricky, but when you get it down, you rock the head backwards. There's a little nub right there that attaches into that little spot right there. And one thing that's really important, and the arms always come off, so you want to rock those into these little arms, those bars right there, where I was showing you articulation. You rock that out. You also pull out the shoulder pads so they're straight like that and like that. All right, you want to make sure that nub is there, like I said, just like that. Oh, I just noticed that the part fell off. Surprise, surprise. We do need that part in there because it's going to come in handy to put it all together. You also want to make sure that this part rewinds backwards. You just float that backwards, like, yep, that's where the arm will come off, of course. And same with this too. But if you can keep this in place, you can attach these right now. Just make sure that part stays under that tab. Make sure these go to the back. And they do it in a certain way. You can only do it like from one direction, it seems like. And those are going to tab in here after. But, all right, so there we got that. You want to rotate the arms inward like this. And you want to make sure that the legs are going backwards. So that lines up like that, as well as this like that. You can bend your knees forward, so that helps. But you want to rotate these 180 degrees. And you want to do it the direction I'm showing you. Let me get a little bit closer. So you can pop that into place just like that. These tabs fit together. And it can be a little tricky, but not too bad. You want to pull out the wheel from the back section. It's tucked in there. You pull it out. And then you pull it out on this other hinge. Straighten that hinge out. You want to do the same thing on this. Before we do any more, we're going to rotate this forward just like we did the other one. So actually, we'll do it like this so you can see what really is what's going on. And I probably should have just left it the way I was doing it, but you want to snap those tabs together like that. Do the same thing with the wheel. Pull it out of the back of the calf. Flatten it and straighten it. Now, if you look in there, there's a hole. Yeah, right there. There's a tab on the inside of her, or on the outside of her foot, right there. And you take that tab and you go back and you attach into that hole. Like so. Like that. You might need to readjust everything. You want to pull out this back tail part if you want. You don't really have to, but I always do. And then I attach this. Oh, sorry about that. you attach that tab into the back. This is the back of the car. Like that. And we're going to do the same thing on this side. We're going to attach this tab into that post. Just like, you got to make sure it fits in the post. Just like that. And you want to make sure that this part is below. So this part goes underneath the feet. Just like that. Then you can kind of line everything up. Make sure it's all lined up. Which obviously it's not. But it does line up nicely. There's one. And there's two. So there you go. You can see that. And for some reason, oh, there it is. And then you want to take these, rotate these back, and tab them in. But you also make sure that the arms are rotated inwards, like so, on that side as well. And then what you do is you take these and you flip them out. They were like this on the outside. You want to flip them the opposite way, like this, and plug them in. And then we'll unzoom so you can see what's going on. On both sections, there's a little hole. You can see, I showed you the inside of his forearm. Something is... And there, we have Shatter in her vehicle mode. In her Plymouth GTX. Yeah, but she rolls. I feel like something is off, but I don't know what it is. I think it's just because it's really high up or something. I'm not sure. But yeah, so you can roll. It's a little bit. Oh, it's because of this thing. Oh, it's because these aren't. You want these to kind of be suction cupped in, and these to fit down in here, and then there we go. You can see she rolls. It's dragging on something, and I'm not sure what's going on, because before I had it perfect, but of course it's gonna. But it's it's good enough. It's transformed correctly, so that's what's important. It's probably those parts, because I didn't have those parts attached when I was playing with it earlier. But it does roll, as you can see, nicely. You got the 722 with the gloss black paint on the roof, the trunk, and the back fenders here, as well as the back. It's got the silver around the taillights to kind of make the red plastic look like the taillights, as well as on the lower license plate part, or I guess that'd be a lower back bumper. You also got the front bumper and grill, I guess, with all the lights painted and gun in silver metallic, and then you got gunmetal paint for the blower and engine. And you got some black decals here, tampoed on. Some red details tampoed on. Translucent clear plastic for all windshield and windows. And then black plastic used for the cage, as well as the lights on top. But checking out a comparison in car mode, we'll do it with Dark of the Moon side swipe to start. So she's a little bigger than Dark of the Moon side swipe. As you can see there. With the Last Night Cogman, which is bigger than her. So you can see that. And then Bumblebee. A quick little transformation of Bumblebee. You can see, wow, it kept on tabbing it. I mean, it does tab in, obviously, but just to show you the size comparison, that's what she looks like next to Bumblebee. So let me know what you think of the review. Leave a like if you like the video. Subscribe for more toy reviews. And as always, stay awesome, stay subbed, and stay tuned for the next video. Make sure to click on the notification bells as they come in, as my videos come in, and to share with your friends, to check out my playlist, and to check out, follow me on Twitter. Link will be in the description below. Peace, guys. That's a wrap.